Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. Let's talk about Grants Pass versus Johnson. Supreme Court ruling that happened last month, I believe. And here's what I wanted to expand upon. So basically, from what I see, if you're poor, poor is going to be the new prisoner. Oh yeah, and we really have senior citizens at an alarming rate who are becoming more the face of homelessness. Better yet, the middle class. Don't forget, people are basically one check away from eviction, let alone two. And all the layoffs, all the layoffs, but I'm not seeing the job creation. So where do you replace that income? So, Grants Pass versus Johnson, it says the city of Grants Pass versus Johnson, 603 U.S., is a United States Supreme Court case in which the court held that local government ordinances with civil and criminal penalties for camping on public land do not constitute cruel and unusual punishment of homeless people. And hold on, even if the homeless shelters are full and there's no other accommodation. So unlike the illegal immigrants, I doubt they're going to be putting the American homeless in hotels. And this again, this is applicable to any and all states with civil and criminal penalties for it. So basically, if you are poor, you can basically become a prisoner. Oh yeah. If they do catch, and people think, well, that's just the ones on the street and they need to go ahead and clean that up. There's also a human factor because see, there are some people who never thought they'd be there, and they are. Never thought they'd be there, but they are there. And what are the programs? They've been laying off for the past 2.5 years, from what I can see, in massive numbers. Here's another thing. So here it states on Friday, this is the date of last month, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that lawmakers can choose to ban people from sleeping or camping in public places, as it will no longer be considered cruel and unusual punishment, even when there are no shelter beds available. So they can arrest you or fine you or both. So you know the fine is not going to be paid, right? If they give you a fine. And also, it's subjective. It may depend on who you get as a police officer. It's like that with Lisa Ling when she was doing those American series and they were showing drug abuse, and it is what it is. Um, you would show white people doing drugs, and they would say, "Hey, do you want to go to jail or go to get treatment?" They were given an option, and of course, they're going to choose treatment. But the black people that were arrested, they were just taken to jail. Yeah, interesting. So the same thing here, objective. And now, of course, you do know, well, they get a fine. Yeah, and then you get the next fine. The next thing, they're just going to haul you into jail. So being poor can equate to being a prisoner. And people think, well, there used to be a thing that, well, the people are lazy and all that. Not so much. They ran out of money. What about that? Oh, remember, I think back in the day, Susie Orman had 6 months of savings. 6 months of savings. That's already been gone because inflation has eaten through that. People are living check to check. Miss one check, boom. There's no, for the majority, extra rent check socked away. And here's the thing, too. Here in San Francisco, which is not uncommon in California, they will have a lot of streets where the homeless are lined throughout the street. These people who are homeless, they're in the city. They are living in these campers. Some sleep in their cars. Mm-hmm. So at this point, a lot of them go to residential areas. They can't afford to go to a place where you can, pay for a lot fee and park the RV there. They can't afford to do that. So if a person can't find a place to live despite all the layoffs, no shelters are available. There's not going to be um, a hotel for the Americans. You can be fine to go to jail. The jails are already crowded. Don't forget, people, some jails are also what? Privatized. Yeah, some are also privatized. So the more you put in there, the more money they'll make. Money grab, cruelty. Where are the Americans supposed to go? You have many taxpayers on hard luck and can't get anything. Can't get a program to feed them, let alone a place to live. Seniors having to choose between food and medicine, food and medicine. What do I do? Well, you kind of need both for the medicine to work. You take medicine on an empty stomach, you can get sick. And talk about separation of families. You have families in these RVs. So if that family, they're camped out in a public land where they don't have their own land, what do you think this is on a public street? So it's not just people who are sitting up a tent on the sidewalk. It is not just people who have sat up established tents on a sidewalk for residents. This right here is public land. This is their home. They got a place in California. It's like, maybe, my goodness, years ago it was like 2 miles. 2 miles long. What were the people doing? Oh, 2 miles long, and they're all like, doing what? Sleeping in their cars. One guy, he was an interior decorator. Looked professional with nice clothes on. Yeah, he was homeless. Homeless. So what is he supposed? So what happens then? Are you going to line them up and say, okay, everybody got to move? They have people living in cars. The cars don't even work, even go on a flat tire. It's useless. But that's their shelter for the night. So where are people supposed to go? Start squatting? Well, they've got rules for that. I mean, seriously, do you not see what is going on here? This is becoming a scary place to live. I've heard of nurses living in their cars. But see, they're at the hospital, so that's a little safe. You ever seen people? They'll have like everything in a basket, a grocery basket, and that's like all the things. So what happens when they come and round them up? What's gonna happen to their things, their possessions? Let me guess, consider trash. I doubt they're gonna have a holding facility for them. Just take you right there. Somebody scavenge through your stuff and you go to jail. And then you see some people that are ending their lives because the house is going in foreclosure. Elderly lady, she unalived herself, but when they came to evict her, one set the house on fire. Where is the safety net for the Americans? I'm asking for a friend. So this also constitutes homeless people on public land. This is not private property, it's public. You're going to round them up too? Some of these people are even working. So yeah, poor, the new prisoner. Of your family, good luck. What do you mean? They will take your children, put them in foster care. Uh-huh. They will take the children and put them in foster care. And if you can't provide for them, you're not going to get them back. Are you kidding? I mean, do you not see what is going on here? But where is the safety net for the American? Can somebody please tell me? I'm seeing seniors walk to the store, the grocery store. You think let us taking a brisk walk? Oh, no, don't have transportation, can't afford the car. Even if it's paid for, can't afford the insurance and the gasoline. What if they miss one check? And people think it can't happen to them. Oh, misfortune can truly come. So this right here, just take them and line them up and just shove you into the prison, into the prisons, into jail. I guess then you get out, get homeless again, back in just a revolving door. Human lives just being recycled. So I guess it's pretty much criminal if you're poor and you become homeless. Again, all the layoffs. You have professional people right now. Trust me, I know. You've got professional people that were good earners. How you go from a friend of mine? How you go from making 140, now you're making 38, 35? Gonna end up, you can't keep your house or your condo. Then try to rent, that's jumped up. It's crazy. Housing is unaffordable. We've got teachers being laid off. We've got a friend of mine, his dad's an agent. He's been an agent, I think he said for, almost 30 years. Insurance companies laying off. He said he's never seen anything like it. Teachers, insurance companies. I've seen two go out of business. I'm like, what's going on? Affordability. Hospitals cutting back, laying off. When you have teachers being laid off, you got a hell of a problem. When you have the middle class cannot, again, this right here is getting very hard. It is harder. They're making it very hard to survive in this country. And I think it's by design. We got all this money going elsewhere. Oh, we're playing big daddy dollars with other foreign countries. Oh, yeah, we're going to send you some money. Oh, of course. Do things our way. You're sending some money. And there's no such thing as a free lunch. When they are sending up all these millions of billions of dollars over here, me personally, I really think, again, just my opinion, I can't confirm or deny, but I don't believe it. I think a lot of that money is a kickback. It's like, wow, again, just my opinion, little me, not accusing anyone, but you stop and think, how can politicians, again, I'm asking for a friend, how can politicians be so quick and okay with sending billions of dollars to other countries? It has to serve our interest. So it makes me wonder, and you can call me the conspiracy theorist, again, it's just my opinion. It makes me wonder, why are we really dedicated to the cause? So, hey, maybe someone can enlighten me, because I'm starting to wonder, is it possible? Again, I'm asking for a friend. Is it possible that maybe, is there a kickback somewhere? How do we know that all the money that they say is going to certain locations, how do we really know? Honest to goodness, how do we really know that the money's getting there? I mean, it's our tax dollars. So tell me, how do we know that the money is for sure getting there? Do we really know that, or it's just what they tell us? It's like now, I saw a report in California. You have got to be kidding me. You probably saw it too. How is it 20, not million, $20 billion is allegedly unaccounted for, but it's supposed to help the homeless? And you can't trace it? BS. You can call in a forensic accountant. $20 billion. All you got to do is, okay, where was the money? Where did it go to? Nobody Compton has picked it up in a bag and walked off with it. not 2 million, $20 billion, I believe. How is it supposed to help the homeless? But all of a sudden, guess what? The money was earmarked for that, but all of a sudden, it has magically disappeared. I call BS. Yeah, I'm just calling straight up BS because I'm not buying it. Now, if it's you and me, they can find out where the money goes. The money has disappeared. No, I think the money been stolen from people in very high positions, and they're all in on it together. I doubt if it's one person. No, 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 no. I think it's been stolen from people in very high positions. And see, that way, again, just my thinking, because I don't understand it. It's not hard to figure out. Call in a forensic accountant. Where did the money go from? Where did the money go? It has to be transferred. More than likely, it's transferred electronically. It's not hard to figure out. We can't find out where it went. Uh, there's a paper trail. Are you kidding me? Can't find out where it went. No, there's a paper trail. So what does that tell you? It just shows you the evil among us. The ones at the top, they don't care. You may find a few. They don't care. If they care, we wouldn't have this problem. And nothing is being done. Don't you think the people by now would need a stimulus check? I mean, look in New York. I still can't get over that this deli an EBT of $13,000, and they say it renews monthly. I cannot believe that. Even if it didn't, how the hell did it get that high? Is this person getting a food stamps or EBT for a whole darn village or what is it for a small town? You're in New York City, and then cash. Wow, $44.98. Wow, must be nice to be an immigrant. Maybe what the people should start doing is go across the border, y'all. Maybe come back with an accent. Pretend to, is that going to be the new thing? And again, I'm being facetious. I'm not saying to do this, but that might be the next remedy. Is that what the remedy is? Hey, go across the border and then cross over. Yeah, cross over and let them know that you're illegal and maybe you might get some help as an American. So getting the people locked up for how long? And then what? Lock the people up. For how long? Let them back out. Well, what's going to happen? They've lost everything. Got to start all back over again. And next thing you know, still, I think you're going to see a revolving door. American citizens, all because you're poor. So I guess it's now a crime to be poor in the country. People lost their jobs. They don't care about that. Again, where's the replacement income? Because me, I don't see it. I would love to see it, but I don't. Where is the replacement income? Can somebody tell me? Where is it? Or Americans, it is pretty much on your own. So any city can now do this. Any city can. So America's poor. The new prisoner. Can you imagine the effect this will have on families? Can you imagine people will probably start having panic attacks? And they don't care about, well, what I used to do. Someone put in the comment section, hey, I was making six figures. And wherever they're located, is it Louisiana, if I'm not mistaken, paying, can you listen to this? Unemployment now. And everyone gets the same $275 a week. And I think that sounds like Florida too. $275 a week. That's what they're getting. Unemployment. What the heck is that going to do? How can that person survive off that? So all the job losses, all the layoffs, but where's the job creation? Nowhere to be found. You probably saw that video real quick about the guy who worked at Tesla and was sleeping in his vehicle for a minute. And then he said, I'm going to sell my house and live in the vehicle. And then after that, he got a job in the mall, I believe, at a vitamin place like GNC. Yeah, became a manager. Well, congratulations. Oh, yeah. Another thing about this economy, you can get a job and it doesn't last. Then I saw a video. I said, my gosh, is that the same guy? The next video was that he lost a job at GNC. Americans can't even get consistent employment. I guess that's too much to ask for. I've heard of people, 1 year professional educator, you've had 3 or 4 jobs this year. Look at Intel. Wow. I can't believe the number. Laying off thousands, excuse me? And just when I thought the tech layoffs were over. Nope. So a lot of people in tech haven't found a replacement job, and they've been laid off for I don't know, 2 years. So please tell me, what do you think is going to happen to those people that are laid off from Intel? Again, all these layoffs, and the new jobs on hiring. The companies are cutting back. All these layoffs. I was talking with a friend of mine yesterday, and I said, life is business. You have to move fast. I said, companies stop sitting for waiting around. Different banks, others merging. You don't want to sit around and wait. You can see the handwriting on the wall. And even if it's good for you, you might want to go ahead and move fast and start making some changes. Talk with a friend of mine. I said, see, doing this right here just saves $400. Actually, it was over $400 a month. And this is not to go to the mall. I said, see, you have to learn how to move fast, make some decisions, some cost cutting while you have income. Don't wait till the income is gone. Because there are so many horror stories out there, I just can't. So many horror stories out there. Where is the stimulus package for the American? Because we're telling other people, hey, come to the country. You're going to get a check. Yeah. Chicago, the American citizens didn't get that $10,000. Can you imagine? Who would have come? Then they put their money together and bought a building. You think that's business-wise, and $10,000. American citizens need food stamps. They need a housing voucher. They're cutting back. Don't forget New York. What did it say? They opened up again just in time. I just find it interesting when the immigrants were kicked out. They opened up the NYCHA, the New York City Housing Authority. And people may think, yeah, I'm going to get on that program. No, you're not. 15 years, and they said they're going to do what? Cherry pick. It's about to get really dangerous. And you see all these men sitting up here that are, some of them been dependent on women. Guess what? A lot of them can't make it. Man, let me tell you. A lot of those guys, I think this right here, this is going to be, I think, the worst holiday season. 2025, I hate to say this, but when you have things like this here, it speaks volumes that they don't care about the American people, is my opinion, and people cannot survive. And if you become homeless, you can be locked up. It's things like this here cause a panic, and people start going crazy again. Talk about civilized silent purge. Oh, the civilized silent purge, in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, it's about to get loud. Oh yeah. The civilized silent purge is about to become uncivilized. And the politicians, I'm not hearing anything. The civilized silent purge is about to become uncivilized. What if more cities start to do this? Just people, American citizens. Why? Oh, because you're poor, so penalizing the poor. But Statue of Liberty says, hey, come give me your hungry, your poor. Well, we're already here. And what do? Something stupid. Bring in more poor people from other countries. They have nothing to offer but a handout. And man, they getting a hell of a handout. Can you imagine the handouts that they are getting? I mean, seriously, talk about hit a lick. Man, the immigrants have hit a lick, but who did it? Yo, the politicians. Again, I want to find out where's the safety net? Where's going to be the hotels and all that for the American people? And especially for the minority community. Last tide, first fire, don't have your own economy. Women with children. Again, besides these people on the sidewalk, don't forget, you got people here. These folks here in these vehicles, they're homeless. So do you round them up and say, hey, get up out of here, get out of here and go where? Where can you park this? They don't have any private land, you think? What is that? Give me your tired, give me your poor. Okay, we already got them, and now what? Because the Americans are your tired and your poor. Where's the safety net? The tax dollars that you pay your safety net, the safety net, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't exist. I sure as heck don't see it. But there's a safety net for the illegal immigrants. And it's all by design, I think. Why? That's going to help in the wealth transfer. Have Americans just scrambling. So this right here is also homeless. This is also public land. It's not private. There are families in here. So if the parents are arrested, the kids go to CPS. Poor people. Penalized for being poor. So you tell me, are the poor the new prisoners? That's what it looks like, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share, and I'm out.